guys, welcome back to another video. So, essentially, yesterday, we kind of ended near 50 day yesterday, and I told you guys the 20-day, 50-day, 5-day all are close, right? So 5 days probably gonna come up here tomorrow. They're extremely gonna be close right here, right? So what you're gonna notice is probably a trap. So tomorrow, really look out for two scenarios, right? Either we open higher, bounce off of here, then keep heading up, right? Um, in this green, I'm gonna show you guys, right? Right. Either we open higher and then keep going up in the green, right? Or, right, we can see that easily tapering, right? That we identified this white channel, right? This tapering yesterday, right? So, um, we just most likely will probably, if we don't open higher, build liquidity, right? But you need to pay attention that this doesn't turn into like a bear flag where we start heading below, right? And then forming our right shoulder right here. So essentially what we do want to see is this inverse cup close right here on teal, right? So that's very important level tomorrow at this 666 level right here. So pay attention to that, and that's when I would only short it. But other than that, I don't see good shorts, especially unless we can at least take it off the 50 days somewhere right here all the way down. But realistically, if you want to have some type of bias of short, you need to at least wait for the inverse cup to close and then the possible handle, right? And then take it off the right shoulder, right? But I just want to go over today's trade as well. Basically, pretty good setup today. So we just had this amazing bounce off of purple right here, right? And build this left shoulder head on the purple, and then right shoulder off of 50 day, and then boom, pretty good, 40-point move, right? So all the way to 20 day, right? So that was really the target. But I just want to show you guys that intraday, right? Oh my God, someone's yelling in the background. Okay, I'm sorry guys. So all I waited for today in the 1 minute realistically was just to reclaim this 50 day, which we did, right? And then this beautiful liquidity build, right? With purple, and then you could also just back from so first trade or first entry, right, really could have been left shoulder head, and then this right shoulder right here, and this right shoulder left shoulder head, beautiful right shoulder right here as well, right? And then left shoulder head, right shoulder off of here as well, and you can see that risk reward was great each way, right? So for example, right, if you entered right here, right, you would of course take profits where this resistance is, right? And you really had this orange algo throughout the morning since 10 a.m., right? So that was clear resistance. So I would definitely take profits, right? And over here, and then what happened was we retested this pretty good support level, right? Off of purple again. The market wanted to build more liquidity, and that's totally fine, right? But then we just kept going again up right after building left shoulder head, beautiful right shoulder. And I just want to show you guys the volume that came in, right? Every candle is higher, right? And that's just good indication of pretty good buyers coming in, and we just kept going up, right? And so this was pretty much the trade of the day, right? And no one should have been shorting this at all, right? And we just had this green buying channel, right, that kept bringing us up, and I realistically exited right here. Just exited half my position, well, right here, and then I waited for the green to break, and then I exited the rest of my position right here, right? So pretty much I got the whole move. And then also, if you want to take that later trade in the day, right, left shoulder head, right shoulder And on the side we had that bounce from 20-day, and on this right shoulder we had this microstructure, right? And this was a beautiful entry as well, because again, look at the resistance, right? So we had good risk to reward right here. So you take half profits right here, set your stop or stop right here, and then you can see how we literally bounced perfectly off this previous support, right? So that's pretty good, and then we just ended later in the day, right? Sorry, up higher, right? So a few things to point. When you are trading so much later in the day at this 315 area, you want to buy in the money contracts, okay? Or at least buy to a possible 675 is a pretty good um, area, right, to buy, right? And it's really you protect yourself from the delta and the Greeks, right? Because the burn during these last 30 minutes will be pretty good, right? So if you are holding away out of the money, right, 677, right, you're like most likely gonna get burned, even though it is going your way, right? So it's very important to buy closer to the money or in the money, right? Very close to the money or in the money, right? So, but I just essentially just showed you guys both entries, right? And that's all you guys have to do for today, right? Not that hard, not that complicated. I don't know why I have two different colored algos, but realistically, you just take it off. You could also take the purple right here, right? Right. So pretty good algorithms, like pretty simple today, right? All you have to do is wait for the cup, handle, right? And then off of here the support all the way up, right, with the green, right? And there's no reason to exit this because we never broke out below the green, right, till there, right? I did take some profits right here after we broke above the 20-day because I didn't know if we were going to find support, but we did, right? So that was pretty much my trade. And then if you wanted to take this trade later on in the day, if you missed this one, you could also take in this one, right? And this one was a pretty good, another 2 to 3 point move, right? So pretty good day, pretty good overall. And this was essentially also a 2 to 3 point trade, right? So you had both ways, right? So pretty good. And just really all you have to do is be patient and look at the bigger time frames, right? Once we bounce from the 50-day, right? The target was either this pink algo, and you could see that we were still within the strong buying, right? So the next target was the 20-day, and then you can obviously see that we rejected at yellow right there, right? Or we were tapering, right? But overall, you need to see this white algo, right? White and yellow, right? We could just left shoulder head, right shoulder from here, right? Or this very good way of building liquidity where the market does grind, right? Then we get a retest of here, possibly the 5-day. I don't know if that's gonna be tomorrow, right? But the 5-day moving above the 50-day, probably maybe on Friday. But then we get that test and then we keep heading up, right? So that's pretty much an outlook we could look for. But realistically, don't short this till we have some sort of break right here, right? And take it off of right here, right? The 665 level, right? So that's pretty 666, right? So that's the level you should look out to for if you want to short this, right? But other than that, don't short too early. You will get trapped. And even buying in this basically grind up, right? So you're pretty in a pretty tight range, and I don't know what the hell just happened to my charts. Give me back my charts. But you don't just realistically don't want to be in this tight area, right? Because when you're in the tight area, you your risk reward is much lower, right? So that's something to be careful about. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow and have a great day. Bye bye.